Yo, what is up, world? Meta Beavs here. Welcome back to my room. Look at all those shoes. Oh my gosh. At my desk, which you guys never get to see. Anywho, this week's vlog, guess what? I didn't vlog. Surprise, surprise. Been really busy. So if you have been watching my Instagram, or maybe you've just been talking to me personally, you know that I'm super busy. So I'm sorry that I'm not vlogging yet like traditionally. I'm working on it. And I'm using my phone, which is super weird. So this week's vlog, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a presentation / slideshow that I will be going over and doing in front of my entire senior thesis class tomorrow. I have a presentation that I'll be talking about the cinematography of my thesis film that I'm going to be the DP for, the director of photography, which really just means I'll be shooting it. So I have to talk about the look, the tone, the feel, and as much of what it's going to look like as possible. So I'm pretty nervous for it. I just finished it earlier. It's just a little slideshow. So that's pretty much what we'll be doing on this week's vlog. So, wow, what a long-winded intro. So before we get into that slideshow, go ahead and roll the intro, and I'll see you guys very soon. Sorry for the messy room. I apologize.
Somewhere across the water. Give me some time to myself.
Alright, so this is actually a really great idea that I'm gonna go over this with you guys. This is good practice so that when I go in front of everyone in class, I won't look as dumb as I probably do during this. So yeah, again, I'm just going to be reading to you what the cinematography look of the show, of my short film, is going to be. This has been an entire summer's worth of planning with my director, so yeah, I put a lot of work into this, so don't laugh when I read this, okay? Here we go. Go, Danny, Go. That's the name of the senior thesis. Okay, so Go, Danny, Go to me is a story that is driven by a child's desire and imagination to do the ever possible. She is caught in a world that's surrounded by love and hard work traditions. Danny is much like any other 9-year-old girl who just wants to be. I probably need to work on that. All right, composition. So the lenses will be normal to wide angle lenses so that we get a sense of who our characters are, as if we were standing with them in the field. So I want it to be as natural as possible. I don't want to use long lenses to compress the background. I want to use wider angle lenses to make you feel the environment, to make you see the environment as well as our characters. Using deep space to create lines will give the strawberry fields a very expansive feeling, coupled with low angle and high angles, camera angles that is, to give scope to the fields and emphasize character beats and moments. And with doing so, when using high angles or low angles, I'm going to get a chance to play with the horizon level, which is going to be a great narrative tool as we move forward in the story. Shot types and coverage. I think having a 2-shot is very important to place both Danny and Alejandra. They will be having a huge dialogue in scene 2, so I think it's a really good idea to have a 2-shot so that we can kind of see them both in the same exact world, so that we can kind of see the interactions between each other in its natural form, which pretty much just means you can see the reactions between each other happening in real time without any editing kind of pushing the narrative or pushing the tempo or the pacing of the scene. Not to say it's going to be completely in one shot and a 2-shot, but that's the idea of having that 2-shot. At the same time, I think that seeing an over the shoulder or a clean single will give emphasis on certain lines and beats when a wide shot or a 2-shot won't give the desired effect. So we're going to be cutting into a close-up or an over the shoulder when we're not getting that desired emotion or feeling in that 2-shot. So again, this is really just going into basic coverage. When you film a scene, you want to shoot it in a wide shot, and then also you want to come in with your coverage in a single or a over-the-shoulder shot. Okay, color. So when I think of strawberry fields, I think of lush vegetation. Just because the work in the fields is very grueling, it doesn't mean that the crops should match that same kind of a feeling or tone or look. They should be lush. They should be something that looks delicious, something that looks like it has a lot of life. So to me, the fields are a representation of life, meaning that the fields represent nutrition, resilience, a life cycle from beginning to end. And for our specific story, work and sustainability for Dani and her entire family. So when it comes to wardrobe with the characters and what they're wearing and the colors that they're wearing when they're in the strawberry fields, I don't want the colors that the characters are wearing in the fields to compete with that lush green and that really lush red strawberries that we see within the frame. But I still want the colors that we see our characters wearing to have life and to have texture. So colors that I envision them wearing are more subdued and less saturated, so that there's no really competition between the lush green of the plants and the lush red of the strawberries, as well as the incredibly huge, beautiful blue sky above them. Now, when we're on the soccer field and we see Dani in her bright red soccer jersey at that moment in time towards the end of the short film, I want that red jersey to be very bright, very vivid, and I also want it to complement the grass just like the red strawberries did at the strawberry field. It should have that same kind of effect where the reds are just, where her red jersey is just popping from that green grass. And in the beginning of the short film, our opening scene, all of the soccer players that we see, their jerseys should also be very bright and very vivid. I want to kind of create a difference between the soccer field and then jumping directly into the strawberry field. I want there to be a clear difference with color and saturation between the two. Camera movement. There will also be a variety of techniques that we use for camera movement, when and why we use them as well. So the scenes in the field can range from handheld to give a very present and authentic feel, as well as on sticks to allow the characters to bring momentum to the scene and really give the location a chance to play a character through the blocking and navigation of Dani. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be movement within the characters, which means that the camera will be moving and following, whether we use like a slider, a Dana dolly, or whether we use an easy rig or handheld. That's going to motivate the camera to move. And there will also be moments where the camera is locked down on tripod and then we see the characters navigating through the world. So there is still movement, but it is derived and it is started from the movement of the characters, and we're allowing the characters to move through the space, making your eye travel through the frame. Moving on to the soccer field, I see the camera moving for certain scenes to give energy and momentum, as well as locked off shots to let the viewer's eye travel, kind of like we were talking about, as we watch Dani dominate the field, and then also in the beginning of the scene as we watch the soccer players play as well. So still leaning towards the same techniques that we were using in the soccer field, having the camera locked down or moving through handheld, easy rig, or Dana dolly. Okay, lighting. My lighting approach is to keep everything backlit as much as possible. Finding a location and facing a direction where the sun is behind the characters will give this story a very natural look and feel. Having our other characters and locations backlit will give opportunity for contrast, with our background being darker than the foreground and giving our characters a nice edge light from the sun to help them pop from the backgrounds, which will be in shadow. Using nothing but natural sunlight, orientation and schedule is very critical. So bouncing, diffusing, and reflecting light is going to be the only method of lighting each scene. Using big overhead diffusion and bounce frames, I will get my desired lighting ratios and also use big negative fill to create shape and dimension within our characters. And for Dani specifically, I would love to have a highlight in her eyes at all time. This is to kind of show the glow and the innocence of children. So think of it like, to a child, there is always an answer, which is that bright light in their eyes. They're always searching for an answer. And it's almost kind of like their guiding North Star. Like they know that there's an answer out there and they're just trying to find it.
We are the music makers.
Cool. And that was it. Geez, that was really terrible right now. I hope it's not anything as bad as what it was for you guys watching this video when I go and present this to my class tomorrow. It should be really fun. I'm excited for it, and I love talking about this, but I just wanted to kind of read everything and have all my notes written down so that I could easily jump back and kind of stay focused, because I do a really good job at getting off topic sometimes. So yeah, I hope this kind of gives you guys also a little bit more information on the short film that I am working on for my senior thesis. Very, very excited to be working with the team that I have, and I'm very honored to be working with them, and I'm really just honored to be the cinematographer for this, because as you guys know that you've been following me in this channel for who knows how long, cinematography is what I want to do. So I'm just really stoked for this opportunity. We're going to be filming in the next 2 weeks. We have our test weekend shoots. We're going to be in Camarillo and then somewhere in Los Angeles. We're still looking for a location. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. It's going to be an awesome, amazing ride, and I will do my best to kind of keep you guys updated with what's going on and where we're at in this entire process. So yeah, thanks for the support. If you guys want to help support this film, hit the link down below. There is a donation page where you can go and do some donations. We're still trying to fundraise this, and honestly, anything that you can give will truly help out myself and then also everyone else who was a part of this incredible story. So that's all I got for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. Go ahead and do a super jump on that like button down below, and also get subscribed to the YouTube channel, because yes, every single Wednesday, even when I don't film anything, I'll make something up just for you guys. All right, so anywho, I am Matty B, the cinematographer / student, and I'll see you all in 7 days. Right on. How do you like me using the iPhone for this? Brought to you by my iPhone. I think I said that earlier. And also this little wireless mic made by Rode. How did the audio sound? Does it sound okay? I saw one of my favorite YouTubers use this. Anywho, all right. I'm done. I gotta edit this. Oh God. I'll see you guys soon.